qualifying for Crossbar was kind of important to me. I wanted to qualify well because it was going to be muddy. There was only 11 of us starting, and I didn't feel like chasing a whole lot of people. So I went and did a lot of practice in the car, and then in the Jeep, just learning the lines. Unfortunately, during qualifying, it was a little bit different practice with the way that the course was prepped, especially the short course, and it made the car, the track was sticky, so it was trying to make the car hop and bicycle. So the corners were caught me a little bit off guard, but we ended up fifth. We weren't too far off. Paul Wolf was fourth. Philip McGilt was on fire, not like at Hammers, but a different kind of fire, and got first place. I think he beat us by 6 seconds or something. So when that put us in a good position to start the race, 2-minute intervals. Come race day, Farley had an interesting race. We were helping him with that. And we were like, hey, let's just go out and finish. So we took off, and car felt great. Track wasn't as muddy as I thought it was going to be. There were some slick spots. And getting into O. Schmidt, I went to do the hero line, which was faster. Wasn't very hard, but we think we might have had a flat going into it because we had it every other lap, and ended up rolling the car. Somehow it self-righted.
We hadn't had a flat yet. It's the first lap.
I know, but I think we got a flat. Why we rolled? We just didn't know it. See, we didn't have a flat. We had it after. It was me. Rolled the car, got a flat, and instead of stopping and changing it, I was like, we might be able to make the 10 miles on the liner. We did not. We barely made it the 10 miles with the wheel. We only had half of it left.
I was surprised to see the rotor didn't take much damage, but it was down to just the center.
Yeah, it was rough.
Gone.
I think it would have been quicker for us to stop and change the flat instead of trying to do that 10 miles, because we did rock face, devil slide. We had to do like 4 of the 4,400 only climbs with a flat, which was interesting. But we made it.
I was impressed. I looked at him and I was like, you sure you want to do rock face? He's like, yeah, I got it. I'm like, oh, okay.
We come to rock face, I lined up to it, pointed, I said, hang on. And we hit it. I think we jumped halfway up it and just kept on going. And it did well. Second lap, we came in, guys got a sledgehammer. Can't help thank those guys enough. I think some other teams jumped in because we had to have a sledgehammer to get the wheel off. Didn't take out the brakes, oddly.
Magically, I got reception and told them they're going to need a sledge.
Yeah, we didn't have an antenna.
Lost our antenna a couple minutes in the race.
When we rolled over. Changed the tire, took off again, going again into O. Schmidt. I got a front tire. And so we did O. Schmidt again with a flat, but this time we took the low line, got through O. Schmidt, and we pulled over and changed the tire. So at that point, we had lost a lot of valuable minutes from watching Farley in the 4,800 class, who did it in two-wheel drive, almost the whole entire race in two-wheel drive, and still end up on a podium. My thought process was just go have some fun, try not to kill the car, and see where we end up, because other people might have the same issues.
Yeah, at that point, we hadn't had that many people getting past us yet either.
We did get bumped by Tad and that girl Chad.
Well, they were right behind you.
They were a couple minutes, but anyway, changed flat, kept on going again. Third lap, same thing. Going into O. Schmidt, got another flat, made it through O. Schmidt, changed the tire at the same time, but at that point I was starting to feel the steering go out. When we stopped the car was smoking. I almost thought it was on fire.
I thought it was transmission fluid. We swapped to new oil and I kept smelling trans and their temps looked good. Then he started talking about steering.
Yeah, so 5 miles into lap 3, we're changing the tire, also filling it with fluid, and we got passed by Tad, Chad, and the USD buggy, Chris.
Yeah.
And they were boogieing. I'm like, okay, we're lap. So actually at the end of lap 2, Paul Wolf lapped us, so I knew we were only gonna do 3 laps. But unfortunately we had to do like 2-3 miles and then stop put half quart in fluid each time.
Yeah, it got worse and worse, but it started to be about every 5 miles to a quart.
So not great power steering economy. But we had fun. That was the beauty.
Calculate that.
Yeah, that's not usually something you look at. But the difference was we never got stressed out. We had a lot of fun. Tried some dumb stuff. Giggled a lot. Made fun of a lot of other people because.
By the way, we don't recommend driving with that heavy of a leak.
No.
It was a muddy course, and we were dumping a lot of water on it. And I had a reverse camera to watch, see if anything got spicy.
If it would have been a desert race or short course race, we probably would have started on fire. But we came in and we watched somebody else. It was Chad. His wheels fell off, and we watched him trench like the last 3 miles. So we weren't the only ones that did it. But I think he got 4th place or 3rd place. Paul ran away with it, got 1st place, and we generally just had a heck of a lot of fun.
Was it a turkey?
We did. We went to turkey chasing too. That was weird. He started going cluck, 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 cluck.
No, it was gobble, gobble.
Gobble, whatever. But yeah, so not the race we wanted. We did finish 8th place overall. We got finisher points. So I think that's 950 points. So that'll set us up for nationals. Good nationals because we did one of the few that actually finished King of the Hammers. And we're getting ready to go to Indiana here in about a month. A lot of my hopes and thoughts for the next race is first, finish with finisher points. I'm trying to get outside the box a little bit, try different things, watch other people race, watch their lines, how they're driving. Seeing some of the footage out already, I was happy with our performance. I go back and look at that, Philip McGilton and Paul Wolf and the other guys. We're all taking the same line, so that means we're seeing the same things. It's just who can push it harder through that stuff. This past race was really rough, track-wise. I felt better after this race than I did in October. The biggest thing is I'm in better shape now, which has made a huge difference physically. And I only hit this stuff on diamond side.
My back hurts.
Your back hurts, yeah. So going into Indiana, it's a tight woods race with rocks. It's muddy, a lot like Crossbar. I seem to do well personally in that type of stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. And then we found out we're going to go to, we know we're going to Sturgis, but we found out it's not a short course. It's going to be over 6 miles long. So I'm really excited to see what they do on there because that's the type of track that Irene will do very well in. It's going to be a high speed. They got a lot of prairies out there. There's not many rocks. I don't know where the other 3.5, 4 miles are coming from. I assume it's back behind the big hill there, but it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. We're running the new Maxxis Razor competition. I did kill 3 of them, and that's one thing. I'm trusting this tire. It's a better tire, so I think I'm being harder on them. I'm pushing them in to environments where I normally wouldn't.
I think you got off pace after the roll.
I did. And things to go downhill literally after the roll.
That's why we got back up.
Yeah, but we're trying to push the envelope. The Division forged Maxxis Mannix wheels. We killed one pretty bad, and it held up. It got us all the way back, but I absolutely destroyed it. Rightfully so, because it took the abuse. We switched the
worst rim we've ever had.
That is the worst rim. Even worse than the Moab one that turned into 5 sides.
Yep.
We have a new sponsor, Meridyne. We put their fans on. I don't think we had any cooling issues at all, even as muddy as it was. So I'm glad to have them on board. The Grom racing engine, that beat on it, and it was fun. TRS tuning, he looked at our tune, made a couple changes before the race. I didn't hear any pop sputters, nothing. Only things that was sputtering was diamond.
Ow.
Exactly, I didn't hear him. Baja Designs, We didn't have to run the lights, but we still had all the lights on. EcoStaff.
Without them, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, no, that for sure. If it wasn't for EcoStaff, we wouldn't be here. And then Dynamic Motorsports torque converter. They've got us set up pretty dang well with that torque converter. So
I like it. He's gonna make a mean green bean.
a mean green bean.
That's what he calls them.
So yeah, thank you to all our sponsors. One of the other ones we're going out to for our sponsors is LS Fest. That's coming up in September. We're gonna get a lot of eyes on us, and we'll celebrate at Bender's, another sponsor. If you're ever in North Dallas, check out Bender's. You'll see a lot of our broke stuff there. I like to see people when after they watch this video make comments so we can actually see that they're watching this, and tell us what your favorite part is.